Iran's escalation trap is less about the headline and more about who stands to gain from the shift. By the end, you will see what actually shifted, who benefits from it, and why the stakes keep climbing. It sounds like a clash of ideas, but the deeper engine is leverage, incentives, and positioning. Iran has triggered what experts call an escalation trap. And the cost of this tension is something you'll feel at the gas pump and the grocery store. Ultimately, this isn't just abstract strategy. It's about who ends up stuck with the bill. In the end, this is not just strategy. It is about who gets stuck paying the price. Today, we're decoding why this conflict suddenly feels much bigger than before. An escalation trap is a simple, deadly logic. It's a situation where every move to stop a conflict actually makes it wider. Think of the Strait of Hormuz. 20% of the world's oil passes through this tiny choke point. If Iran moves, the West must respond. But if the West responds, the entire global energy market catches fire. This isn't just about missiles, it's about leverage. The common view is that Iran is acting out of desperation. That is a dangerous simplification. Look at the numbers from the last 12 months. Iran's drone exports have scaled to multiple continents, from the Red Sea to the plains of Ukraine. The technology is the same. This isn't a localized problem anymore. It is a globalized system of disruption. The turning point came when the axis of resistance unified their timing. Suddenly, it wasn't just one front. This is where the story stops sounding rhetorical and starts looking strategic. It was Lebanon, Yemen, Iraq, and Syria all moving at once. This creates a bandwidth problem for the U.S. and its allies. Where do you send the carriers when the threat is everywhere? But wait, there's a deeper layer to this strategy. Iran has found a way to bypass traditional sanctions. They are no longer isolated. They are integrated with Russia and China. In 2023, oil trade between these blocs reached record highs. This means the old maximum pressure toolkit is broken. Now, let's talk about the Red Sea choke point. When Houthi rebels began targeting shipping, insurance rates tripled overnight. That extra cost is added to every piece of electronics you buy. This is the felt consequence of the escalation trap. But the key point is not the public language. It is the incentive structure underneath it. If the U.S. or its allies don't strike back, they risk looking weak to their partners in the region. Iran knows this. They are betting on the hesitation of the West. It's a game of chicken where the stakes are the global economy. Let's look at the actual hardware. The Shah drones cost less than a used car to produce. But the missiles used to shoot them down cost millions. This is asymmetric warfare on a massive scale. Iran is bleeding its enemies' budgets without firing a single expensive shot. This is why the situation feels bigger today. The threshold for direct confrontation has been crossed. In April 2024, Iran launched a direct strike on Israeli soil. This was the first time in history they stopped using proxies for a moment. It signaled that the shadows are truly gone. Why now? Because the global alliance structure has shifted. Iran is now a key provider of technology to Russia's war effort. And this is where the story stops being a debate and starts becoming a power move with real costs. Consider the role of energy security. China is the largest buyer of Iranian oil. This creates a massive incentive for Beijing to prevent a total Iranian collapse. So when the U.S. considers its next move, it isn't just looking at Tehran. It's looking at the entire Eurasian power bloc. The stakes are no longer local, they are systemic. So, what is the next move in the escalation trap? Some believe a major regional conflict is inevitable. Others argue that the trap is designed to maintain a permanent state of tension. In this state, Iran gains influence without the risk of a full-scale war. They are redefining what power looks like in the 21st century. It's not about territory. It's about the ability to stop the world. And right now, they have their finger on the button. The world is watching the drones and the diplomatic cables. But the real danger is the unpredictability of the trap. One miscalculation by any side could trigger the very explosion they all fear. The reason this feels so much more dangerous now is simple. The stakes have actually outgrown the borders of a single region. It has outgrown the Middle East and moved into the global system. The takeaway is clear. The era of contained regional conflict is over. We are now living in the age of the total conflict logic, where every small spark has the potential to become a global wildfire. What matters now is who gets more leverage if this keeps moving in this direction. Because in an escalation trap, the only way out is usually through. The bigger question now is whether this keeps escalating or runs into a serious backlash.